Hey guys, welcome back to Baking with Shannon. Do you want to hop onto that ube food trend that's been uber popular nowadays with Trader Joe's ube ice cream and mochi waffles? Then consider giving this lower fat ube ice cream a try. And if you can't find purple sweet potato where you're at, then consider this a creamy and delicious low fat ice cream base that you can use for whatever flavors you like. So let's get started. So in a small bowl, you want to measure out your fresh ube. And for those who aren't aware, ube is a purple sweet potato commonly used in Filipino desserts that imparts a bright and delightful purple color. It's so vibrant naturally that it's hard to believe there's absolutely no purple dye at all. And you can typically find it in your frozen section like I'm using here, or a powdered version that needs to be rehydrated according to the package instructions. And usually you can find any sort of ube at your Asian grocery store or online. So once your ube is measured out, you want to have ready a few cups of reduced fat milk and cornstarch. You need a few tablespoons of cornstarch, which helps to reduce the ice crystals from forming, so your ice cream is nice and smooth. And I do like to whisk in some cold milk into the cornstarch just until it's dissolved to prevent any clumps. So then you want to take 2 large eggs and separate the yolk from the white, and you'll need a total of 2 egg yolks for this recipe, and you can reserve the whites for an omelet or something else. So now just measure the rest of your ingredients into a medium-sized saucepan, and that includes reduced fat 2% milk, along with sugar, egg yolks, a splash of vanilla, your ube, and the cornstarch mixture. Just make sure to re-stir your cornstarch mixture since the starch has a tendency to settle onto the bottom. I do like to use a stick blender to ensure that it's nice and smooth as possible and infuse all that ube flavor as much as I can. And then just place your pot over medium heat and just stir it constantly to cook it. So make sure to stir your ice cream base constantly, getting down, really scraping the bottom, the corners, and the edges of that pot to make sure none of it is scorching. Okay, let's do second temperature reading here. That is 150. Oh, it's getting close. Okay, 160. It's reached 160. So we're safe now. So I'm using a rubber spatula, but like I mentioned, you can use like a wooden spoon, traditional way. So then you could just want to run your finger through it. And it should leave a track like that. And it should hold the track mark. It shouldn't be like dripping down, you know. So once your ice cream base is cooked through, you want to strain any small lumps of ube that could cause a little bit of grittiness and graininess as you're eating it, as well as strain out any pieces of egg that may have cooked. Let it cool down, and then we will put it in our fridge. Okay, so we got our chilled ice cream here, ice cream base I should say. I got my ice cream maker that I have. If you don't have an ice cream maker, you can certainly use like a 8-inch by 8-inch square pan or something like that, or even a loaf pan, and just pour your mixture into there, freeze it for about 45 minutes, give it a nice, vigorous stir with a fork or something to break up those ice crystals if you don't have an ice cream maker. If you don't have an ice cream maker, you do it by hand. You basically have to go back and forth in between about 45 minutes or so in your freezer, and just kind of give it a quick stir, let it freeze for 45 minutes and give another quick stir just until it's nice and frozen, throughout. I only used this a few times, so I definitely don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Fit it in, put your top on. So have your machine running and slowly pour in your ice cream mix. texture. Oh, look at that texture. I'm just ready to pop this guy into the freezer. Okay, time to try some ice cream. I've eaten most of it already. I'm trying to film this outro here. It's so ultra rich and creamy. I mean, it's rich even though we use low-fat milk. Of course, if you use full-fat milk, it's going to be even smoother and richer. But for something that's low-fat ice cream, I mean, it's still really creamy and delicious. And you know, the ube flavor, it's kind of hard to describe unless you've actually had ube before in desserts or just the potato itself. But it pairs so nicely with that vanilla extract, and it's not too sweet, you know. If you try this at home, make sure to let me know in the comments below what you think, as well as hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for new recipes every Tuesday and Friday. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye guys.